3 little girls were trapped inside a burning car. A rich CEO stopped without thinking. He saved them. But what he learned at the hospital shook his entire life. It happened just after 11:30 p.m. Highway 78 was nearly empty. The only sounds were the low hum of tires against asphalt, and the distant whine of desert wind. Streetlights flickered over long, quiet stretches of road. Alex Rothman didn't belong here. Not tonight. He was supposed to be in a private jet by now, flying back from a 3-day investor summit. Everything had been arranged: driver, security, assistants, itinerary. But Alex had cancelled all of it. Without explanation. He didn't need anyone tonight. Just silence. He wanted to disappear, at least for a while. So he drove himself. Windows cracked open, thoughts too loud in his head. And then came the smoke, not the faint kind you ignore. This was thick, black, curling, alive. He slowed the car. It wasn't hard to spot where it was coming from. A vehicle, overturned, was lying on its side in the shoulder ditch. Flames licked the metal. He heard it next. Screaming, not adult, children. Alex's stomach clenched. He pulled over, jumped out, and ran without thinking. There was no one else around. The first thing he saw was a small hand against the inside of a rear window. Then another. And a face, smeared in ash, crying for help. The front of the car was already on fire. The heat was growing. Alex grabbed a large stone from the dirt and shattered the window. The glass broke. Smoke poured out. The first girl reached for him. He pulled her out and set her down. The second girl, smaller, wasn't moving. He reached in, unlatched her seatbelt, and carried her out. The third girl was in a panic, tangled in the front seat, screaming and shaking. Alex fought through the smoke, grabbed her by the waist, and yanked her out just as the flames reached the passenger seat. The car exploded seconds later. He shielded the girls with his own body. They were coughing, covered in soot, terrified. But they were alive. Alex looked around. Still no headlights. Still no help. He loaded all 3 into the back seat of his SUV, and drove toward the nearest hospital, pushing 100 on an empty desert road. He didn't ask questions. He didn't expect thanks. He just drove. But deep inside, something had already started to change. The hospital was 22 miles out. Alex burst through the ER doors carrying 2 of the girls while the third clung to his shirt. The nurses moved fast. Within seconds, they were surrounded. One girl needed oxygen. Another had glass in her arm. The youngest, the quiet one, was still unconscious. A doctor rushed over. "Are you their father?" Alex shook his head. "I found them in a burning car on Highway 78. I pulled them out." "Did you call police?" "No. I didn't have time. It was going to explode." The staff split into teams, rushing the girls into treatment rooms. Alex was left standing alone, hands bloody, shirt burned. An officer arrived 10 minutes later. Notebook in hand. "Sir, I need your statement." Alex explained everything: how he found them, what he did, how there was no one else at the scene. The officer nodded. "We'll check traffic cams and dispatch patrol. Can we reach you if we need anything?" Alex handed him a business card. The officer glanced at the name and paused. "Wait, Rothman, Alex Rothman." Alex nodded, exhausted. "You're the Rothman tech guy." Alex didn't answer. "Wow." The officer mumbled. "You saved those kids." Alex cut him off. "Just find out who they are." 2 hours later, a nurse approached him. "They're stable. The youngest is awake now." He followed her into the pediatric ward. The 3 girls sat in one room, bandaged, pale, silent. He smiled gently. "Hey, you're safe now." They didn't respond. One of the older girls whispered, "Thank you." He sat down. "Can you tell me your names?" No answer. "Where's your mom? Your dad?" "Nothing." The nurse leaned in. "They haven't said a word since they got here. They're scared." Alex said softly. "They've seen something no one should see." That night, Alex didn't leave. He sat in the hallway outside their room. unable to walk away. A social worker showed up in the morning. "We can take it from here, Mr. Rothman." Alex stood. "Who are they?" "We're still trying to find out. No IDs, no phone numbers, nothing in the car. It was a rental under a fake name. Likely abandoned." "Human trafficking?" he asked. "Possibly," she replied. Alex clenched his jaw. "You're not responsible," she added. But something inside him disagreed. They were alone. And now so was he. The police returned with new information. The car had been reported stolen 2 days ago. No missing persons matched the girls. No fingerprints. No license records. No relatives had come forward. But they found something strange. A false compartment in the car trunk. Inside, documents. Medical files. School reports. All connected to a woman named Dr. Isabel Dane. An investigative reporter, and her daughters. Isabel Dane had vanished 3 weeks earlier, while working on a story about political trafficking rings tied to missing children. She had filed a federal whistleblower complaint weeks before disappearing. The girls were hers. And someone had tried to erase them from the map. Alex felt sick. He called in a favor. Someone he trusted at the Justice Department. Within 48 hours, the pieces began to fall together. Dr. Dane had exposed a major child exploitation cover-up involving government contractors, offshore funding, and key political figures. She'd gone into hiding. But was found. Her daughters were taken. She was presumed dead. But now, her daughters had resurfaced. And someone would be coming for them. To put them in witness protection. Alex told the agent. The man shook his head. "Not until we confirm the threat level." Alex leaned forward. "They'll come. Whoever buried that story will want to finish the job." The agent nodded grimly. That night, one of the girls spoke. The oldest. "My mom told us, if anything happened, find someone who looks kind." Alex blinked. "Is that why you didn't run from me?" She nodded. She said, "The good ones don't shout." The story made headlines within days. Anonymous tips leaked files. And a high-profile whistleblower's missing daughters. All leading back to one place, Rothman General Hospital. But no one knew the full truth. Alex Rothman refused interviews. Behind the scenes, he set his legal team on fire. He reopened Dr. Dane's investigation using private intelligence. He paid for top protection for the girls. He created a legal trust in their names, quietly. But something deeper shifted inside him. For years, Alex had built his life on code, systems, structure. He believed in numbers. But the moment he saw those children, nothing else had mattered. Not money, not logic, just life. 2 weeks later, a woman was found in New Mexico. She was barely alive, starved, bruised, but alive. Isabel Dane. She had escaped, and had been hiding, looking for help that never came. Until someone did. When the girls saw her in the hospital hallway, they ran like they hadn't slept in weeks. They didn't speak. They just held her. And Alex. He stood back, watching, letting them be a family again. Isabel turned to him later, tears running down her face. "You saved them. You saved me." Alex didn't know what to say. She added, "You have no idea how long I prayed for someone like you." He whispered. "Neither did I." Months passed. The case exploded nationally. Arrests were made. Names were exposed. Dr. Dane returned to testify. The girls stayed under protection, but they smiled again. Alex visited often. Not as a billionaire. As something else. Something new. Maybe not a father, but something close. Because sometimes, the people we save end up saving us too. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more powerful stories like this. Our agar app ni is kahani si kuch sika. Ta comment mean zero betayan, apka feedback hi hamari takat hi. Thank you for giving your precious time. We'll see you in the next one.